All right, let's do it. Coming your way on today's San Francisco 49ers Report. Rookie minicamp did take place in Santa Clara over the weekend. Now it's time to pass along our 49ers minicamp winners and losers. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the show. We do it all here on the 49ers Report. News, rumors, analysis, breaking news, live shows, watch parties. We legit cover the San Francisco 49ers year-round. So if you're coming across this show for the first time, lock us in and subscribe and join the more than 81,000 subscribers. And with that, let's take a look at these Niners rookie minicamp winners and losers. First look at some of these draftees, undrafted free agents, but also some players who were trying out for San Francisco here. And one of the big winners I thought in the draft was the fact that the Niners took Ji'Ayir Brown, the safety out of Penn State. He impressed in his debut practice sessions with the Niners. And a couple of reasons why he was able to really turn some heads and why I liked him getting drafted by San Francisco out of Penn State. He was one of my favorite safety prospects who could go on day two. Pro-ready body. I do think that he'd be able to play right away, which is important because you have Talanoa Hufanga in his second year last year, was an all-pro, but Deshaun Gibson a little bit older. You want to start to replenish that safety room. You can do that with Jair Brown. Brown has a great relationship with defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. Wilks did rave about Brown's maturity. I've always said this about Jair Brown. He's an instinctual player. He displayed that over the weekend, and he's the only player in college football over the last 2 years to combine in 2021 and in 2022 for double-digit interceptions. Growing up in Pennsylvania, watched a lot of Penn State football growing up. I covered Penn State football a couple of years ago for my previous job, so I always kind of had my eye on Penn State. Had my eye on Jair Brown, and a lot of people over the weekend impressed with what he was able to do. And when Steve Wilks says this about you, you have to be a winner. For our rookie minicamp winners and losers, he just started growing on me. Said Wilks, the conversation that we were having prior to the draft, his dedication to the game, he's mature. He sees it with a different lens. And I said, this guy right here can be the future for us. So I was excited about it, and I'm glad we got him. Keep in mind, Steve Wilks does have a defensive background. He played DB at Appalachian State. He's coached that position throughout his coaching career. And with Ji'Ayir Brown, he believes that the Niners got a special player. Remaining in that defensive secondary, let's talk about Darrell Luter Jr. here. He went to South Alabama. So when the Niners made this pick, I said, a lot of you probably haven't heard of this guy, but if you turn on the tape, you will see that he's really aggressive. At the college level, he thrived playing press man coverage. He really does have good ball instincts. He can high point the football when it's in the air, turn his body really well, turn his hips well as well. Don't let the small college feel dissuade you from believing that he can be a solid pick in that fifth round. And I said it when he got drafted. Brown and Luter have Steve Wilks' influence written all over it. And Steve Wilks over the weekend had some good things to say about Brown, but also Luter as well. Wilks likes his game. I like his game too. And this is one of those picks on day 3 that the Niners could have gotten right for a player who might be able to play right away. Now, why is this important? With Wilks talking about Luter and Brown. Well, he has that defensive background, right? So he does have a good eye for talent for guys in that secondary. And for Luter, the RAS athletic testing numbers prior to the draft, pretty solid. This is called the RAS score, relative athletic score. These athletes are graded upon their athleticism from a scale of 1 to 10. Now you look at the height and weight. He's 5'11", 189. That's why it's in the yellow there, which is average. Anything in green is pretty elite. What I do like is the explosion that he has, which is important to have at that cornerback spot. Green there on the vertical jump. And then on some of the short area quickness stuff, which is what you need as a cornerback, he tested in the green. Very good 10-yard split. Good 20-yard split, and he ran a 4.46 40-yard dash. Plenty fast enough for 5'11", 189. Might need to add a little bit of weight, but that's solid size for a cornerback. The shuttle, not great. That's where he tested poorly, 187, but the three-cone pretty solid there. Quick feet, burst, explosiveness. Those are traits that will bode well for a cornerback in the National Football League. And at South Alabama, he really did thrive in press man. This is a guy who has that speed where if he presses you at the line of scrimmage and you do happen to beat him by getting around him, he can catch up to you. But he can also stall you at the line of scrimmage too with some long arms and the physicality right at that line of scrimmage. So with that, let's ask you this. Which rookie are you most excited about? It can be among this draft class, or it can be one of these rookie UDFAs. Let me know right now down in the comments section. Before we continue to move forward with some more 49ers rookie minicamp winners and losers, we are so excited to welcome a new sponsor here to the San Francisco 49ers Report, and it's a company that adds to my wardrobe, and it has me looking and feeling good. That is Bird Dog. So many different styles, so many different colors, and the fabric that they use is sensational. We have a great deal for you if you plug in the promo code CHAT. Upon making your first purchase, you get a Yeti-style tumbler. As someone who loves looking good and feeling confident, I'm excited to share my personal experience with our new sponsor, Bird Dogs. These shorts and pants, faithful, I'm telling you, have truly changed the game for me. It's worth every penny. The fit is unparalleled. I've never felt better in any clothing item. Not only do they make me look great, but they feel so comfortable that I can wear them all day without feeling restricted. Plus, the stretchy fabric hugs my legs in all the right places, but it allows me freedom of movement. They also have some really good elements to their shorts as well, like built-in liners. And what really sets Bird Dogs apart, their versatility. I can wear them to the office, do some shows here at Chat Sports. It's starting to get hot in Dallas, so I'm rocking the shorts right now. I can wear them out on dates because you can rock them with a polo or a dress shirt or another nice shirt, even on the golf course. That's how good they look, and that's the versatility that I'm talking about. And every time I feel like I'm dressed for the occasion, Bird Dog steps up. It's such a relief to not have to worry about changing my outfit midday. So if you're ready to elevate your wardrobe with Bird Dogs, I highly recommend giving them a try. And if you order now using the link in the description and comment section and you enter the promo code CHAT, you even get a free Yeti-style tumbler with your purchase. Trust me, you won't forget it. You can keep your drinks cold with that tumbler. You can keep your coffee hot, getting through the day with the tumbler, but also the shorts as well. I'm rocking these, Trey, so we can show right now. These are the blue ones that I'm rocking. Boom, you see that flexibility? I got good bunnies too. I can leap up really high in these shorts because they're lightweight as well. Birddogs.com, promo code CHAT. See for yourself. Let's continue to move forward here. Another winner over the weekend, Ronnie Bell, wide receiver out of Michigan. These three players here, especially with where the 49ers got them, some of my favorite draft picks from over the weekend, during draft weekend, I should say. And look, for Brown, day 2 selection. For Luter and for Ronnie Bell, day 3 picks. Bell, 7th rounder. Luter, 5th rounder. And I like the pick of Ronnie Bell at the time because sometimes we become way too infatuated with some of these NFL combine testing numbers, right? And we look at a guy who runs like a 4.4, who's chiseled, who's cut, and has no production. Ronnie Bell might be a little bit undersized. He might not be a burner with this speed, but he was a very productive player at Michigan. And over the weekend, making some good, deep contested catches from Steven Montez, who is out there trying out for San Francisco, and displayed just good ball skills and awareness. And he did the same thing at Michigan. This is a guy who can really track the ball in the air, high point the football, and just make plays on the football. I do believe that's really important for a wide receiver. Body control, also very important. Like, let's say your quarterback throws you a back shoulder ball. You're running full speed. You got to stop on a dime, turn around, catch that right on your shoulder. It's good for a first down, move the chains, maybe even a touchdown. You look at his numbers from his career at Michigan, a lot of usage with Jim Harbaugh. For an offense that didn't chuck the ball around the yard all that much, 145 catches, more than 2,200 yards, 15.5 yards per catch, 9 touchdowns. The future of Ronnie Bell could be the future of Juwan Jennings. Look out for that after the 2023 season. Braden Willis, another winner here. Now, he was one of the best blocking tight ends among all tight ends in this 2023 class. What's interesting about Willis, a little bit of an underrated athlete in my opinion. In 2022, he earned the highest broken tackle percentage among all tight ends in this draft class. And he can also make catches in traffic. He has a really big body. He's comfortable moving down the seam. That's something that really stood out to me when I watched him at Oklahoma. Now that I'm in Dallas, Big 12 country here, watch a lot of Oklahoma football the last couple of years. And Willis was always a guy who I'm like, he's definitely a pro player, instinctual player as well. If you want to interact with me, Twitter and Instagram, you can find me here. Same handle on both, at Chase_Senior. I hit up Elon Musk. He's going to get me my blue check mark back very soon. So I'm very excited about that. Hit me up on Twitter. So now let's go to some of our 49ers rookie minicamp losers. Now let's keep in mind here, right, that this is a small sample size. Only a couple of days at practice where offensive linemen, defensive linemen not really engaging in any contact. You're not wearing like all these pads and stuff like that. But when you are a Division II player and you're an undrafted free agent who's trying to make this team and you struggle to get through practice, I'm sorry, Joey Fisher, you are a loser for rookie minicamp winners and losers. Not as a person, not as a player. You can redeem yourself here. Matt Barrows with this. There wasn't any offensive line versus defensive line stuff. Undrafted guard Joey Fisher seemed to have trouble making it through practice. He had a wet towel applied to his neck, didn't participate in the last 20 or so minutes. And here's the thing. It's not a great look when it's not that hot in NorCal, in the Bay Area. We're only here in May. You're an undrafted free agent trying to make the roster. And for Joey Fisher, this is a guy who everybody at Shepherd raved about his athleticism. So if you're that great of an athlete, how are you coming to rookie minicamp out of shape as a D2 player trying to make the cut for a team that could use an offensive guard, by the way? Let's remember that as these practices start to progress later on in the offseason, with training camp going to be here before we know it. If you're still kicking it with us here on the show, real one roll call. We appreciate everybody, as always, for always tuning into the show. Comment real one down below. Going to go back and give a lot of those people hearts who type real one down in the chat. 49ers rookie minicamp, winners and losers. That's the segment for today. We do it all. We have versatility to our craft and storytelling here on the Niners Report, like Deebo Samuel catching and running the rock.